not a foundering car. Today we will discuss my opinion on plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. So you have normally ICE-powered internal combustion engines, so regular diesel, gasoline or natural gas-powered cars, something that you put fuel in or gas in and it propels itself. And then you have electric cars that are going on electricity. Sometimes there is something else like hydrogen, but we do a bypass there. So a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle sits in between those two. So one side the ICE, on the other one the fully electric engine vehicles. And that plug-in hybrid electric vehicle has some benefits and drawbacks, which I will discuss. So some of the drawbacks could be that it's added complexities because it has both electric powertrains and also that of a normal internal combustion engine, and because it's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, also you need more battery because you are able to put fuel into it, for example gasoline for the normal engine, but also you're able to put electricity into it with a cord for the electric engine. So they have a bigger battery than, for example, a normal hybrid, like a Prius, a regular Prius. Then I'm driving now also a hybrid, but this is a soft hybrid system. It's 48 volt. They call it a mild hybrid, so this is still dominated by the internal combustion engine, and the hybridization and the electric engine is only there to support it. It's not so much a standalone electricity propulsion system, which is the case with the normal hybrids, like for example Prius. Okay, so added complexity and also added weight, which will result that you have a lower cornering speed and a more sluggish feel going to a corner. Not so much the acceleration, because in the acceleration also the electric engine will help you, and that gives you instant torque, so that's not a big deal. It might be, especially if you want to use this on a track, that your brakes will fade hard because they have to stop so much more weight all the time. So those are the drawbacks. The benefits are that you are plenty. So one of the benefits is that you have the best of both worlds. You can still, for the longer run, use the gasoline propulsion, so you have fast charging. You can just put new fuel into it and go again for 600 kilometers or something like that. And also for the short bursts, you have the electric engine. Also in winter time, if you have to do a short trip, you won't have to warm up the internal combustion engine because you can do it all the electric engine. And there's also the big benefit that you have the characteristics of the higher RPM, the top end that a gasoline powered engine, for example, has, and the low end grunt of an electric engine, both combined. And oftentimes there are also tax advantages. So for example in the Netherlands you have additional weight, so the road tax is higher than a regular internal combustion engine, but then they halve it because you are a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, which is good, and still below the line you have a good gain to be had. Other advantage is that you have very good fuel consumption on average, and also your brakes will, in regular driving, suffer not so much. So I mentioned in track driving they will suffer a lot more because this is really straining the brakes, and then you have to close speed differences all the time on the track. But in regular driving, if you just release the accelerator, you don't have to brake because you can brake on the electric engine and then put additional electricity into your batteries, which would otherwise be wasted. So a big gain to be made. And there are other benefits. If you oftentimes, because for example my wife has a BMW 330e and it has comparable performance and a 330i, so that's a normal gasoline powered engine, and they have also a similar engine, but it's a little bit detuned in the E, so the plug-in hybrid, just to make the gap not too big. But if you go for a tune, you can stop this detune and also have the gains. Whereas with the 330i, so the normal ICE engine, you don't have that additional gains. You just get the gains from the tune, not from the restriction, because there was no restriction to begin with. But this can also be a benefit there, that oftentimes in this plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, especially with the turbocharged the ICE engines in there, they are detuned because the electric engine offers quite a good performance on itself, so they don't have to strain it that much, and that is a good thing if you like tuning cars. Another thing to consider is that sometimes you have benefits that you could park where you could not park with your ICE engine, because you can also use the spots that have a charging point, so are there for electric engines and electrically powered vehicles, which your vehicle could also classify as. You're not completely dependent on that, but you could of course make a case why you could also park there. So just to give you some insights, hope this helps. Determine for yourself. If you're going for a car that's also on track days, I would try to steer you away from a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. If you want a car that's very practical and can be used on the roads, in normal traffic, this might be a very good performance benefit. And the biggest gain could be made that because of especially in the Netherlands, you have the luxury taxes which are dependent on the fuel consumption, and because the electrification will dramatically decrease fuel consumption, at least on paper, you can have a lot less luxury tax, and that would give you a performance bargain compared to the non-electrified cars that have similar performance. So please also keep that in mind if you're looking into this. Have a great day. Found a car out.